Shouldn't you like bring it in? Like
What?
I feel like when we like start the live stream, then like you should like
do an intro.
Yeah.
Or yo, nope, that was bad.
It's terrible.
That was terrible.
Yep.
I did that way too fast. Have you heard my actual intro?
I don't know, but I feel like now we're like 2 minutes into the video and you still
we're not 2 minutes into it.
You still haven't introed it.
Yo, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is 16 and we're live streaming again. That's my intro.
You should do a different one for this show.
I should make a different one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not ready for this at all. You just randomly were like, okay.
Like, hello everybody. Welcome to the live stream of Howdy Radio, the next generation.
That is terrible.
I think it was equally as terrible as yours.
At the Howdy show.
Oops. Cool. I just gave you crap about that the other day.
Yeah, so, well, yeah. So that's going to be that one. Also, we found out, not now, but we found out last week, I was looking into it. We can't change the thumbnail when we're doing it from the thing that we're using, which is Google Hangouts. We can't change it while we're in the middle of it, which is terrible. So yes. So is it up? Have you changed anything? No. Haven't completely even looked at the website really.
It's still a work in progress.
Boom! Look at that. And look at that terrible thumbnail.
It wasn't.
It's my...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. My header. What I could do... Okay, so you know how I was talking about, like, I want that thing to be, like, Homo, Howdy Next Generation, then also, like, some of the gaming stuff and stuff, like, you know what I'm talking about? That's also a good thumbnail for this, too. Like, that is the channel. Does that make sense? Instead of a weird thumbnail, what was that thumbnail? Can I excuse me? I'm just gonna put this over here. Okay. I forget which one that even was that's on my channel. Okay. I'm gonna go to, I don't remember, like, you know my old one where it was that face? What used to be that? I forget which one that even was. That was this one. Oh, that was the WrestleMania 33 one. That was from a PewDiePie video, and I took a screenshot of it. Yes.
Cool.
I just couldn't think of which one it was. Sorry.
That's all right. All right, where is what else do we need?
The chat.
Where's that at?
Just go to the dashboard, I'm pretty sure. I think you can find the actual live thing there. No, okay, you're gonna have to go to my channel and then do it. So just, keep going down. Live now. What?
Oh, gotcha, that was last week's.
Yeah. I need to put the live now stuff at the top. So then, you see the little 3-dot thing? That, and then pop out chat. And it brings us like that. Boom. Now that's, oh, did you hear my finger? Oh, Jesus. We have the audio coming from here, right?
I hope so.
Make sure it is. Oh.
I'll just do it on here.
Oh, just make sure it is. Well, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, yeah, that matters.
Well, it does matter, but I mean, like...
Oh. I'll just do it on here.
Still make sure, though. Still go to the actual thing. No.
It just came through my phone, man. It's obviously working.
I know, but what the heck? Okay. It could still be coming from there. That's why. I didn't know. Did you tweet it?
Yep.
No, this is actually a good time to do it. This is later than we usually do it anyways. Most of the time we do it on the 2 o'clock time.
Usually we do it on Saturday also.
Yeah. This is the second week in a row we've done on Sunday. That last week was Douglas, right?
Yep. All right, how do you want to break this up? We want to do the what's up. So we do what's up, and then kind of say what we've got coming up this show, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how we're doing it.
Yeah.
So then we want to.
We should put this in front of Detroit.
This?
Yes. We should put that in front of Detroit.
No, because I want to talk about these two things and then talk about that.
Okay, that makes sense. I could do something like that. Okay.
So we'll talk about that.
Oh, did you use this for? Did you use Simple Note on your phone for the big offering? Okay. I just saw like B48 and I-56.
All right, so let's just do it because I just want to kind of get this over with.
Why?
I just do. I'm just tired, so I just want to be done with it.
Okay.
I don't want to play some Fire Pro.
Yeah.
All ready?
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, the Next Generation, episode 14. I'm Brandon.
I'm Wayne.
And we're back another week, recording late on Sunday. Well, Sunday, midday Sunday. Yeah. But a little later than we normally do.
Later afternoon.
We just got home from camping. Like, we literally got home, unpacked, we all got in the shower, and then straight to Howdy Radio.
Did you get in the shower?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, we don't have a whole lot really to go over this week. We want to kind of give you our review on the new Fire Pro game that came out this week. I got some music I want to talk about. We went on a couple trips this week. We did some cool stuff for the Howdy show. And Lane's got something cool coming up this week that we want to talk about. So,
oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Good. It was later at the beginning because most of the time you talk louder than that at the beginning. Like, you could look at, like, the sound waves. Most of the time it's, like, it was like this time, but normally it's like this.
Gotcha.
Still, this is loud, but this is also loud. I think it's still funny how we always have you go like listen.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Howdy Radio, episode 14.
Yeah, you can't.
Brandon.
I'm like
today we're home on Bible. I got stuff. Oh
yeah. Yeah, I didn't really say anything anyways, so I'm pretty sure I only really said I'm lame. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing.
I just wanted to blow through that part real quick. That's all.
Yeah.
So I just went for it.
Yep.
All right.
Sure.
Ready?
Yep.
All right. So we were talking about last week. We were talking about what was to come in the next week, which we said we had like a big, full, exciting week of stuff to come. So now here we are following up with all of that stuff. And we'll start, I guess we'll just kind of start at the beginning of the week and work through. So kind of least importantly, on Monday, Monolord released a new song, which is one of my favorite bands out there. And they released a new song called Rust. What do you think of it?
I'm guessing I have heard it.
It's the song that I've listened to about 20 times. It has that keyboard organ solo kind of thing at the beginning that sounds like a funeral almost. No?
I don't know if I don't listen. I don't.
We played it in the car, both on our road trip in the car. It was played a couple of times.
Both like just back.
Both.
Oh, okay, I don't remember.
Okay, whatever. So anyway, they're one of my favorite bands. They're on Riding Easy Records. They're a fantastic doom metal band. that Lane doesn't like, but that's okay. So their new song is just absolutely fantastic. Like 10 out of 10, blew me away. I've listened to it probably 20 or 25 times now. There's this awesome keyboard intro to it, which is one of the guys from another band called Mondo Drag. And then there is just a fantastic guitar solo that closes out like the last minute of it or so, which is actually the guy from the band Beastmaker. So it's kind of got a bunch of different people like featured on it, and that's not a normal thing for a Monolord song, but it is one of the best songs released this year, hands down. So I think for me, it's going to end up possibly coming down at the end of the year. It's going to come down to Afghan Wigs versus Monolord for album of the year, because I'm a little
kind
worried.
of disappointing.
Not in the least bit.
To me, it's disappointing that
it could be
that they are with that.
It could be Queens of the Stone Age, but I'm a little worried about their new album. So because their song came out and it's like, it's okay. Monolord's song came out and I'm like, freaking fantastic. So at this point, I'm leaning towards. I think that's where I'm going to go.
The new Queens of the Stone Age song is
Yeah, it's not great by any means. No.
I
like it a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. I think
What is the problem with it?
It's just
it's
I don't know.
Poppy.
It's a little too poppy, I guess. It's a little repetitive. It's a little, I don't know. I think it'll grow on me. And I think once the album comes out, I'll enjoy it. But it didn't blow me away the way that this Monolord song blew me away. So for what I'm going with right now, that's where I'm at. I'm really, really, really looking forward to their new album, Rust, which comes out in September. So I'll review that when that comes around. So other than that, on Monday, even though I said that was least importantly, that's still pretty important to me because that's one of my favorite bands. But most importantly, on Monday, the new Fire Pro Wrestling game came out. Yay! Finally, about 10 years later after the last one. We never thought there would be a new Fire Pro game. So it's extremely exciting that there is a new one. And what's even more exciting is we weren't sure if our computer was even going to be able to run it. Because right now it's just on Steam on PC, which I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah, I think
we're a Mac house, so I had to kind of fire up an old computer and hope that it would run that we don't really use anymore.
It's ran perfectly fine to me.
Perfectly, yeah. Like we've had.
I don't know why we haven't used it all this time.
Yeah.
We just got this computer and then we're like, oh, let's just not use that. Well, no, that's not how it was. Me and Tyler used to plan that all the time.
It was just an extra computer. It became an extra computer that we just didn't really need, so it just didn't get used.
But now Fire Pro has gone to the computer.
Yeah, now it's the Fire Pro computer.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. But like Lane said, it runs perfectly. Like it's not a very graphic intensive game, so it doesn't need a state-of-the-art processor or video card to make it work. So luckily, I mean, it works perfectly. So for $20, it's under early access, which is kind of beta mode or kind of alpha mode even before beta almost. But that game could be what it is right now, and I feel like I've got my $20 worth. Like without them even adding anything else to it, and we know that
Will it be $20 when it comes out completely?
No, they haven't said how much it's going to be, but they did say that the early access price is cheaper. So probably $30 is probably what will happen. So you are, I mean, you're not a long time Fire Pro fan, but you have played it with me in the past on the PS2, the Fire Pro Returns game.
A game, like one match.
So not much.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this one, on Fire Pro Wrestling World?
It is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's
that's really it.
It is. I mean, it's fantastic. They delivered exactly what every Fire Pro Wrestling fan wanted and more. I mean, it's fantastic. It's got it comes with like what 20 or 30 generic wrestlers pre-built into it, but the selling point here is the Fire Pro community making creator wrestlers for the rest of the world to be able to download and use in their own games. So within, I think it was within like the first 24 hours or something, that was like 1,000 characters made or something like that.
That's crazy.
And now,
especially for it's not being that big of a game, kind of. It's not big, but it's not tiny. It's like right in the middle. Yeah. So like there's still lots of fans that care about this game and do all kinds of things. Stop saying
I mean, I totally agree with you. You're totally right.
Like there's so many fans that do these kind of things and like make it and try to make everybody else's experience with the game better by making these characters. Like we were playing, and at one point it was, what was it? We had Mafui Jim Bob versus who was it?
I can't think of our own wrestlers, you mean?
Yeah. Mafui Jim Bob's my wrestler.
Yeah, it's your wrestler.
Yeah.
My guy, so far, we've only created a few people.
Yeah. We've only created 3. Tyler's created 1,
yeah.
I've created 1.
Tyler's guy's done really well. I don't even remember my guy's name. Something
T-Dog McGee.
T-Dog McGee is my guy. And Senor Joseph is Tyler's guy.
I can't believe my guy like didn't have anything wrong with him. Like my guy
he's really goofy looking.
Yeah, he's a luchador, so he's awesome.
Yeah.
And he
doesn't look like a luchador. He looks just really weird.
He has a mask.
Okay.
Most people
I don't think that's
a
all
mask.
it needs.
I only know like 2 wrestlers in WWE / WWF that have had a mask and has not been a luchador. Kane and was he a luchador? No? Okay. No. So that's really it.
That's it. Those are the other ones. All right, so we've made a few of our own guys. We've downloaded not a ton, but a good amount so far.
Yeah.
So, but the nice thing is like, there's no licensing here to where like it's not a WWE game. It doesn't have those characters, but the parts that they give you and the Creator Wrestler gives you the ability to essentially like make everybody under.
Like we saw the Kane mask. We just looking through.
There's everybody.
We you legit were looking through, and it was literally The Rock's tattoo.
Right.
Like you were looking at it. It was literally just right on like his shoulder area, and it was all the lines and everything.
It was exactly The Rock's tattoo. Yeah. So they give you all these little pieces to build all these different wrestlers. So all these people use it to make, current WWE wrestlers, WCW wrestlers, ECW wrestlers, all the women in wrestling, and there's people that make crazy stuff like
Spider-Man.
We had a Mario versus Luigi barbed wire death match.
That was amazing.
It was an epic match. So, but
Luigi won though.
That's what makes that game a lot of fun is the Creator Wrestlers, and just the actual the gameplay itself is the main. Well, maybe not the main selling point because the Creator Wrestler is equally as important. It really is.
And then at one point when the game comes out, we can rickroll everybody.
Yeah. But we've had like some matches. We kind of just got the 2-controller thing working, so we've been playing a lot against the computer. Yeah, Lane. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, total credit to Lane there. I couldn't get the second controller working correctly, and Lane did, and that was very, very cool. But the matches, we've just had some super cool matches that are just, it's even more, to me now, it's even more exciting watching these matches than the actual WWE matches that are on TV. Because right now, WWE sucks. It's terrible. It's not enjoyable.
Average balls of fire.
So, it's terrible. It's not worth watching. But these wrestling matches we've had, and of course it's a video game, so you're playing each other and stuff. But, like, they're so much fun. And, like, they go back and forth, and, like, it's really exciting.
Except for most of the time Tyler's matches. And sometimes my matches.
Yeah. Well, we're getting to the point where we need to up the difficulty of the computer a little bit.
It's not yet.
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning a little bit.
We've got plenty of time.
But it starts at level 4 and it goes up. Like, most people are saying that level 6 is, like, your kind of level. Okay. So, like, I think we should go to 5 right now.
We will. We'll bump it up a notch. But I'll still play it where I am on 4 for a little while.
Yeah.
And kind of really get used to some... I need to get a really good Creator Wrestler for myself going. I want like a good, serious, like real strong, awesome Creator Wrestler that's like a real heavyweight champion type guy.
Then it's not Brandon Riley.
No, I want to make up a bunch of fake people. I want to make myself too.
I want to make somebody that will fit well with a spear.
Yeah.
I want that because I haven't seen anybody do a spear.
Yeah, you can customize all of their moves. Like when I say all of their moves, I mean
if you can think of a move, it's in this game.
Yeah, almost every exactly. If you can think of a wrestling move, it's on the game, and you can assign it to somewhere on your character's list of moves to do. And it is just so much fun going through and doing all that. So I think Spike Chunsoft, I think he
I hate you so much.
I think they really really delivered here with what they've done with this game. and it's so cool to like be such a super fan of this series and have been for this long, and then for them to deliver the way that they did has just been so cool to see. And to be reading all of the stuff throughout the Fire Pro community, everybody is just ecstatic about how great this game is. Like, nobody is disappointed whatsoever. And like 3 days after launch, they released a huge bug fix update, and they've said, like, you know, we really are going to be like putting a lot of time into making this game exactly what the fans want. They said, we have no plans for a sequel at this point. We are going to just continue to develop this game and keep adding to it. I think there's rumors that they might actually do DLC with this game.
Have they ever done DLC?
They never have, no. So, but there is kind of some rumors going around.
Well, if you think about it, DLC is literally everything that everybody else does.
Yeah.
So it's downloadable content.
Yeah.
And everything that everybody else does on Steam Workshop, when you press it, if you think about it, you're downloading it.
Yeah.
So everything that you do is mostly just free DLC.
But
not from them.
What it's sounding like they're going to do is like different like match modes and stuff like that. Like there might be like $1 or $2 DLC.
Would you do that? Obviously,
I'll buy anything that they put out. I will spend every dime on everything that they put out for this game. But it might be like a new match type, like a 30-man Royal Rumble would be like a $2 purchase or something, or just something like that.
Well, you can do an 8-man Royal Rumble, kind of, because there's
the
Battle Royal and it's the over-the-top thing.
So. I think it's a cool way to like continuing to develop the game is to just charge a couple bucks here and there for stuff. Although I've always really talked a lot of crap about DLC, but when it comes to something like Fire Pro, if they're willing to give me more stuff to do to the game, I will give them money every single time they do.
I don't think they're ever gonna do something like more moves that you can do, because
I mean, it's just
they already
all
have everything
for sure. Yeah,
and it's still early access. Like that's probably every single move that they already have.
Right.
Just we can't find the panda.
I mean, talk about no kidding. I mean, you talk about like, you know, everybody kind of expected like a bare bones game with the early access, which is completely like that's understandable.
It's just like a beta or something.
But they delivered like most of the game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's not much.
Like if you think about like a Call of Duty beta, like there's more in this game
for sure
for the early access, and it's still a tiny game. Yeah.
I mean,
they
delivered
Call of
like
Duty,
crazy. Like I
there's like 2 game modes most of the time. It's like team deathmatch and somebody else and something else. But like for this, is it all 5 or there more?
I haven't even clicked on everything yet. Like there's some stuff that I haven't even clicked on yet. Like there's a training mode of some sort I haven't done.
What is League?
I haven't done the League thing yet.
What the heck
I haven't
is it?
done the create a title. I haven't done the create a
done
ring.
With this,
I haven't done any of that stuff yet.
We can't do create a ring.
I think you can change colors and stuff of a ring. You can make custom colored rings, but the logo editor is not going to be a thing until the full game comes out. So you can't add a WWF logo or whatever to it, but you can like make a red ring or something, whatever you want to do.
Green ring or something.
Yeah. So I mean, just if I got to put a rating on it, which is something I guess we might as well do, just because that's the easy thing to do. I mean, hands down, 10 out of 10. I mean, there's nothing else that I can. There's nothing that I can ding them for, I guess, really, other than that I know that it'll get better as it goes, so maybe leave room for improvement, so give it a 9 out of 10, I guess. But
that's what I was gonna give it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean
9 out of 10 because there are a couple. There is like
a couple
lag,
little bugs and stuff. There is lag on some stuff. All right, you're right. 10 out of 10 is being a little overboard with it.
Like I understand how much you love this game.
You're right. I'm just so excited about Fire Pro.
10 out of 10 is kind of pushing.
Right. I'll give it a 9.3 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9.1
because I think a 9 is too low.
Yeah,
but
I'll give it 9.000000001. So it's over 9, but it's.
I'm gonna give it a 9.1000111001. Wonder if anybody will get that reference.
I think, like, just...
It's a Clutch song.
Well, I know that. Okay. I know that for sure.
Somebody might get it. All right, so that's that. That's if you've got $20 and if you're a wrestling fan or a wrestling video game fan, like if you're into like some of the old like N64 wrestling games, like these are kind of similar to that
Just
era.
have a little bit better quality than that stuff, but it's not that far.
Yeah, like this. Oh, what I did want to mention too was kind of going along with what you were saying about how, it seems like it's doing really well, even though it's kind of a small amount of people that have really been into this franchise in the past. One thing that I'm really happy to see so far is that, from what I can tell, which I'm not really a part of like this world of video games, but the guys that do like the Twitch and the streaming of that kind of stuff, obviously that's your side of things, but not mine. But I know that I've read that there's a few guys that are like really well known for doing their WWE 2K streams that are trying out this game, and they're streaming it, and like they're really impressed with all the cool stuff you can do. So I think like, maybe we can even start converting some people away from these crappy WWE games, is how great this game is. And then in turn, maybe that'll make WWE be like, wow, like everybody's really checking out this Fire Pro game. Maybe we should make our game a little bit better to compete with that game. So then that's better wrestling games for everybody.
But I did read something that want to make games that like everybody else wants and stuff, but they still have limits. They can't like... There's still stuff that they can and can't do.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't just be like, okay, I want this, so I'm gonna do it. Like, you can't do that. You have to make sure that you can do it. And, like, sometimes also, like, licensing, like, those kind of things. But, so you can't do everything. Because I'm not
asking them to do everything. I'm asking them to, at the very bare minimum, to make a decent wrestling game. And they have not done that in 5+ years. That's my opinion.
Are you saying like after Raw vs. SmackDown they just...
It's been since at least then.
2K?
2K have been the same game over and over every year with somebody new on the cover and another little extra mode that they add in. They've just gone completely Madden with their releases. They are just bare minimum, the same thing every year. And
they don't have a story.
And they're just...
They need a story.
And just as a whole, the most important part of any of it is the actual wrestling itself. And the gameplay for the 2K games are awful. They are terrible, terrible wrestling games. They're the worst wrestling games that's been produced ever. So I'm glad we got a new Fire Pro.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, that's my... I mean, you can feel it in my heart when I talk about it, man. Does that make any sense at all? No. I don't think it does.
You sound like freaking Ultimate Warrior talking.
Yeah, well, I played a great match.
Macho Man. Sorry.
I haven't played a match with the Macho Man yet. What's the best match you've had so far? Let's do that, and then let's be done here.
Probably the Shawn Michaels. But who did I go against with Shawn Michaels in our tournament?
You can look in the book.
Yeah, that's the book right
While
here.
you're looking, I'll just name mine then real quick because I know mine off the top of my head. I did a tag team match. I was the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, and I was against Demolition, early 90s WWF tag team. They were kind of two of my favorite tag teams, so that was my first tag team match I did, and it was like a 27-minute long match, and it was just so back and forth the whole time, and it was just so much fun. It was awesome. All right, did you figure yours out?
Yeah, it was HBK versus Seth Rollins.
HBK versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, I remember that. That was a really good match.
And we were talking about like how Seth Rollins is so buff in that game. Like,
there
was one person that made it, and he put like all the freaking stats up, and it was so close with you and T-Dog McGee, with T-Dog McGee versus Seth Rollins. I don't know how that isn't your favorite match. Yeah. How? That was such a close match.
That's my number two.
He barely beat you.
I wish you would have seen this Road Warriors versus... that's why I really want to do a tag team match with you here soon, because I actually want to do a 3-man tag match. But
and get Tyler down here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I wish you would have seen that match because it was just insanely cool.
But the HBK versus Seth Rollins match, like, it was super kick after super kick, and he would not go down. I just kept super kicking him and super kicking him.
Yeah.
And then at one point, we grappled, and I was able to push him. Then I super kicked him, and it was all done. It was over.
Yeah.
I was like, finally, we took out Seth Rollins.
Yeah. There was one night there where me, Lane, and Tyler, the three of us, sat down, and we were passing the controller and playing and stuff. And I mean, we played for about 5 hours, which is a long time for me to sit down and play games anymore.
For me, that's the minimum.
Yeah, but that was extremely enjoyable. Like, all three of us were like yelling at the screen. I mean, just like we were watching like an old wrestling, like, no, oh my God, how'd he kick out? I mean, it was so much fun.
But then we still had to play. We were like, oh my god, how did... Oh wait, no, I stopped to be playing.
Yeah,
He kicked out. The match is still happening.
So check it out. Check out Fire Pro World. It is on Steam Early Access, $20. If you're into wrestling or wrestling video games, check it out. It's extremely, extremely cool. And check out the new Monolord song too.
No, don't
people should be paying us for these things to like tell our listeners to check it out. Like Fire Pro should cut me a check for like talking about them for the last 21 minutes of how cool they are. All right.
All right. It was so bad. And all jokes was so bad.
I'm gonna cut yours right there.
That's me.
It was terrible.
It was.
All right. I mean, that's still pretty terrible.
It's bad, but it's still something.
All right, and that one is...
Nobody's typing chat. Is anybody even watching? Can you check on your phone and see if like the stream's like still doing stuff? I know it's still doing stuff, but I want to see like if people are even watching because you can see the viewers. So you can't see them. I'll check.
But it's obviously still going. So
well, it is still going. I would just at least like to see. Oh no, it's down here. Hello. So one other person. Yep. What happens? What is that? Why don't you like that? Put that up there.
So I want to talk about these, but then talk about this
at the same thing.
Yeah.
So just.
And then I want
to have that.
Because that ain't gonna be much. So we'll just kind of talk about that in the same.
So just all of those 4 things, because that was 20 minutes. Yeah. That's most of the show, and we also don't have a special guest, of course, because we never have a special guest anymore. We have no more friends.
The nice thing is like, but they'll
make games that like everybody else wants.
Cool.
Yeah.
You want to bring this one in? You can say, so also this week you went to Detroit. Like, tell us about that or something along those lines. Cool.
Yep. So also this week you went to Detroit. So how was that?
That was a lot of fun. But I kind of don't want to talk a whole lot about it because... like we said last week, that I was going to film some stuff to make a new Howdy show out of. So I did. So I recorded some stuff, so you'll be able to see that. I haven't got a chance yet to put it all together.
I haven't seen one bit of it. Are you going to show me after it's done? I feel like that's not how it should be.
Okay. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But it was a very fun trip. I didn't record a ton of stuff. There wasn't a ton of stuff like I really could record at the concert itself, at the Metallica concert. But I recorded like a couple songs, and I figure I can put that in there. Hopefully YouTube doesn't like shut me down for copyright infringement or something. I don't know how that works.
Show me it, because
I mean, it's a concert.
I know.
And there's a million concerts on YouTube, so I think I'll be all right.
How close were you? Were you like super freaking close?
No, I wasn't super close. It's a Metallica concert.
So you were super far back.
Ish.
You won't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't real far back, but far enough back to where it's not like award-winning footage or nothing. But before, when we got into town, which, not saying that this was my favorite part of the trip, but I mean, close enough almost. I'm a huge Jack White fan, White Stripes fan.
Can't say all of it though, because the Howdy show.
Yeah.
You also recorded stuff there too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. So I went to Third Man Records, and I got some really cool stuff there. And I think that's kind of what's going to be the most interesting part of the episode itself, because I got some really cool stuff there, I think. So I'll get all that put together here over the next, I don't know. We've got an extremely busy week this week.
Yeah.
We've got a wedding coming up next weekend that we are a huge part of and stuff. We got a lot of people coming in and crashing at our house. So I don't know that it will be right away that this will be available. But
just thought the greatest idea, but I'm not going to say it yet. We have to say it off this because I just thought of a great idea for next week.
All right. So we got a bunch of stuff this week coming up. So it's really a busy time for us. But It won't take me, I don't think, too long to sit down and put this together, but I want it to be good.
So it probably won't be up this weekend.
It'll probably not. It'll probably still be another week or two until it's available.
We should maybe like in the middle of the week, maybe,
but probably not if I'm being realistic. But I might have some time to work on it in the middle of the week. So if it doesn't take too long, possibly.
Yeah.
So, but know that it is there and it will be done, and we're all very excited that it is coming back. So. So that was Wednesday. Metallica was awesome. Quick review of the concert. Metallica was always a very good concert. There was 2 openers, Volbeat and Avenged Sevenfold. I didn't care about either one of them in the least bit. Metallica was great, minus I think their new songs are terrible. And I mean, that's a very popular opinion. But they played like 3 songs off the new album, and I think the new album is just as boring as can be, and their longer songs, their new stuff is, which I'm not the least bit opposed to long songs, but their songs suck. So, you know, they would play some good songs and everybody, the crowd would be going nuts and loving all the old stuff, and then they'd play a new song, and for 8 minutes it was like, this sucks. So, but obviously I don't blame them for playing their new material. Of course they have to play their new songs on the tour for the new album. So minus the 3 songs that, you know, took up a little bit of a chunk of the concert. Other than that, it was really, really good. They sounded great. They put on a great show. I think Fade to Black was probably my favorite song they played. That was really good. That and Motor Breath. I thoroughly enjoyed Motor Breath. So that was it. Great concert. My 6th time seeing Metallica. Not my favorite time seeing Metallica. My buddy David went with me. It was his first time seeing Metallica, so he was like blown away, which is cool. Like, I'm very glad that like at least I got to experience.
Did he like the new stuff?
No, he feels the same way. He doesn't care about the new stuff either, but he had never seen any of the other stuff at all. Yeah. So he's like, I don't know that I'll ever be able to top that in my life. And I'm like, well, I said that 20 years ago when I saw Metallica for the first time too. So, but great concert regardless.
Then you want to go see other concerts and you're like, oh, Metallica isn't that good with concerts. Like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I prefer, like with this concert was like a 55,000 person concert at Detroit's big baseball field. And, that's just not my thing. My thing is going to these little small things and seeing these bands like Monolord or something like that on these smaller record labels and stuff. So, you know, I'd rather be 5 feet away from the band and get to shake their hands after the show and say that show was awesome, and them like genuinely thank me back and stuff. And, you know, that's what I'm into. That's my kind of thing. And most of those concerts I go to are like free or like $5. Yeah. You know, tickets for this concert were like $165, and that's just absurd. So as weird as it sounds, like I'd rather go see Monolord with 75 other people rather than see Metallica with 55,000 people. That's just my preference in music. So that's that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that had to do with anything, to be honest with you. But so we did that. That was Wednesday, Detroit. Then Friday after I got off work, actually technically after Tyler got off work, if we're being right here, we went camping. We went for the weekend. We went to Dillon State Park, which is in Ohio, up kind of by Columbus, like an hour out of Columbus or so. Our first time going there. We're just trying to add different state parks to the list of places we go.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this one?
It was awesome. I did not like it as much as Shawnee, though.
Okay. So what did you like about this one? What was kind of your highlights?
The archery.
Yeah, we did archery. Which is our second time doing archery. We did it at Shawnee also. Lane just loves shooting a bow, and he's good at it, too.
Yeah, so once the zombie apocalypse happens, I can shoot all of them.
You'll be the Daryl of the zombie apocalypse.
Except I won't have a crossbow. Like, the guy that was next to us, he had a freaking crossbow.
Yeah, like one of the people like from the state park was like kind of giving us a lesson and like, you know, kind of just hanging out with us, showing us what to do and just kind of supervising us. But other people came to use the range as well, and they had like all their own stuff. And they had obviously done it millions of times before, especially the dad. He was pretty confident in how great he was at shooting bows and arrows. But he had a crossbow, and Lane just thought that was the coolest thing ever.
It was awesome.
He's like, I really wish I could shoot that. And like, obviously we can't just ask these
Yeah.
strangers, hey, can we? I mean, that thing was probably a few $1,000s,
Yeah.
and obviously we have no idea what we're actually doing. So,
Yeah.
but Lane was like, I really want to shoot that thing. And the guy was like letting his daughter shoot it.
Yeah.
She was probably, what, maybe 13 or so.
Yeah.
And she had never shot it before. She was shooting it for the first time. So that was kind of neat, just kind of
Yeah.
seeing how they interacted with each other and stuff. But man, that dad, though, he was like, yeah, I shot 5 of them, 4 of them's in the middle, and that's pretty normal for me. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, I don't know who he was trying to brag to. I guess like the worker of the place.
Same.
I don't know. Like he thought very highly of his skills,
Yeah.
and he liked to talk about it a lot. But they seemed like a very nice family. So we did that. What else did we do? Disc golf was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We played around a disc golf. They had a really, really nice disc golf course. It was very nice. We lost 1 disc that Tyler threw that we could not find.
At first, we lost 2 discs, and then
Yeah.
Tyler,
He
and
went
then
back
Mama
and
found
found it. Yeah. Let's see. Tyler won the game. He beat me by 1 stroke. And then a couple strokes away from that was you and Mama, and she beat you by 1 stroke.
Yeah.
But you guys were only a couple strokes behind me and Tyler. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a blowout or nothing. It was a pretty close game between all 4 of us. But you and Mama kind of ended up like having your own little competition, and me and Tyler that's how we kind of finished it off.
Yeah.
And Tyler got me, though. He played a really good game. We all played a really good game. But I thought that
Even
was...
though at the end, on the last thing, was like, he was still looking and he only had 1 disc.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, and he still beat
He
you.
still beat me. Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, wow.
Somebody with, at the end, 1 disc and started off with 3,
Yeah.
still beat you.
Oh, well. Thanks for rubbing it in.
Yes,
Now
that's what I'm here
Now
for.
I need a rematch. We got to drive back
Yeah.
out there and have a rematch.
Yeah.
But it was a very nice course, I thought. I thought it was a very fun course to play overall. We did that. We ate some good food. Like, we had pancakes. We had turkey burgers. We've done pretty well with camping here lately. It's a way to go out and get away for the weekend and see some cool stuff and not spend a ton of money and just get out and have fun as a family. I've enjoyed going camping. Have you?
Yes.
Yes, good. Because I think that's something that we'll continue to do. It's fun to do. And then last night we went to a part, which was my favorite part, called the Sky Deck. And it wasn't really anything extravagant other than the fact that it had just a fantastic view of the sky.
Like a wooden
It was
area.
it was just like this circular deck, not that big, maybe 20 feet around or something, maybe 25, 30 feet around or something. But it had just a view of the sky that was just amazing. And we ended up just like kind of laying down on it and just looking up and just watching the stars for a while. And it was just so cool to be able to see the stars that well. Like, you could just see everything. It was awesome. And so that one also, we recorded some Howdy Show stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away with that one.
Yeah.
So people,
Because that stuff was really funny.
that's what we're going to be working with here. So that's same thing. Like, give us a minute and we'll kind of try to get that worked on and get it put out.
It definitely would not be like
I think
every other week or that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It would just be like, hey, we went somewhere. How about we record some Howdy Show stuff?
Side note, all weekend long, Lane.
Shut up.
Can we record something for the Howdy Show? You want to record something for the Howdy Show?
Oh,
Let's do the Howdy Show. Let's record the Howdy Show. Could we record that for the Howdy Show? Do you think we should record that for the Howdy Show? I think we should record that. I'm like, but I'm glad he's excited about it.
Look at the sound waves of what you just did.
I just blew out everybody's
Oh my
eardrum.
goodness.
Sorry about that, everybody. Maybe I can lower that. I'm not going to lower that. I'll just blow out everybody's eardrums. Oh, well.
Don't do that.
Oh, wow.
That is terrible.
So that's it. So we'll get that together, and I think people will be like, "Oh, cool, the Howdy Show's back," because I think what we did will be like a real good episode of the Howdy Show.
Yes.
So we'll get there. Give us a couple weeks to kind of get everything done and then edited, and I don't know exactly how we want it to look yet, but we'll get there. But know that we've started the process of making new episodes. We've got a bunch of stuff recorded, so that'll be cool once it actually gets done. and you people will be the first to know about it.
Yes, you will.
All right, so that was it for this week. This coming week, we've got a crazy week coming up towards the end of the week. But before that, what do you have going on?
I got Apple Camp.
Apple Camp. What are you doing? Is this your second year doing this?
Yes, second year. First year, we did some stuff with the paint thingy. Do you know what I'm talking about? The iPad thing?
Oh, yeah, like with the stylus and stuff like that.
Stuff.
Yeah. So Apple Camp, for those that don't know, like it's literally a little camp at the Apple Store, and they teach you different things, and that's about it. But it's pretty neat the way they do it.
And this year, they're doing iMovie, which is super cool.
Right.
But the only thing I'm worried about is because you have iMovie on here, and it's different from the iMovie I used on the computer on the MacBook.
Correct.
Is that one different?
The one that is on my desktop is the newer version.
Is it like, can you do different things with it? Or is it just like it looks a little bit better?
It basically just looks a little bit different. For the most part, it's the same stuff. So that will at least give you an introduction to this version of iMovie. It's just the one that's on the laptop is the old version. This one's the new version.
But I'm not gonna use the new version. I'm perfectly okay with the old version.
Yeah, I mean you'll be able to work through either one.
It.
Yeah, I got you. I've been working on some stuff on the desktop with iMovie using the new version, and there's nothing to it. You won't have any problems with it at all. I mean, hopefully they actually teach you some stuff that
I don't know what we're allowed to do though. Like, I know at the beginning, we were supposed to like create like a little like book thingy, like a little story, but like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this iMovie thing because I can really do whatever they really ask me to.
Yeah.
Except I have like one question that I don't know if you're able to do. It's just something about like the green screen thing.
Yeah.
If you're able to minimize it, but
I'm sure they'll show you some stuff that you don't know. There's always stuff that
I know almost like everything to it, but like
a
couple things I have a couple questions about.
But they might be able to show you different ways of doing things and stuff. So I think you'll definitely learn some stuff. But I do also think that there will be some stuff that you'll be like, well, no duh, I learned that a long time ago.
There would definitely be at one point where they tell us, hey,
especially your first day. Your first day is going to be more of an introduction and all that stuff, and you'll know all that
I'll listen, but there's nothing really that I won't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure for almost all 50 of my videos that I've used iMovie because this stream is 51.
Yeah.
And like all the other videos I've used with iMovie and edited it with iMovie, except for a couple of them were really good. I didn't want to edit them because they were good being raw content with no editing.
Yeah.
And because like if you were to edit it, I felt like it would take out some of the actual humor in it by trying to make it too humorous. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. You don't want to be too humorous.
Well, I'm already too humorous.
That's right. So, but I think it'll be cool. I think you'll learn some cool stuff. Yes. I think you'll learn more cool stuff than you think you're going to learn.
Yes. Hopefully.
Hopefully. But regardless, I mean, it's a free camp. It's cool that Apple does what they do. So you'll get a cool T-shirt out of the deal. You'll probably get another little like bracelet thumb drive like they gave you last year or something like that. So at least you get some cool swag along with it.
And I really want to do something that I'm able to post on YouTube. That's why why I'm kind of worried about what I'm allowed to do with it because I know I can't just go to my Twitch and download something. I can't go on to Google.
But whatever it is you end up doing through the camp, you should put on your YouTube. Just say like, hey, here's what I did at Apple Camp.
Because it's just on like a bracelet thing.
Yeah. So that's that. I think that's all we've got, right?
Yep.
So stay tuned. We'll get the Howdy show out to you within the next couple of weeks or so. Hopefully, we've got.
I might actually do a little bit of a vlog.
Yeah.
That's a good
last
idea.
week I'll just call you out right here on the show. Last week you said you were going to do a review of Spider-Man and you never did.
And I never did.
Yeah. How about that? Quit telling people you're going to do stuff and not do it.
So hard.
That's what Howdy has done for years. Don't do that.
Exactly.
So don't do it. I know, I get excited and I think of ideas and I say them and then it never happens. I've done that a million times.
Because I always have so many ideas and most of those ideas are gaming stuff because that's what my channel is. My channel is Howdy Radio in gaming, not reviews.
Yeah.
I'm not a reviewing.
Well, then don't say you're going to do a review.
Because, well, I wanted to. I'm a nerd. I do that kind of stuff.
Well, then do it.
I don't think I'm going to now because it's too late. I already said I was a week ago, and then now it's too late.
Oh, whatever. I'm a firm believer in, like, especially with how we were talking about the Howdy show. Like, if one episode wants to be a vlog and one episode wants to be a skit comedy show and one episode wants to be, like, a movie that I make or something, like, I feel like, you know, it's yours. You do whatever you want to with it. You don't have to stay bound to, like, my channel is a gaming channel. Like, it can be predominantly a gaming channel. But if you want to do something completely different than that, well, it's your channel. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, you put up and you make what it is that you want to make. If you have fun doing it, then do it and put it on there. That's all there is to it.
I put that about 1,000,000 times.
Good.
I know that, like, you're also trying to be, like, inspirational, but I've heard that about 1,000,000 times on the length that I've used my YouTube channel.
Okay, like, well, then don't do it and just stick to one thing and do whatever you want. I don't care. So I think that's all we got, right?
Yep.
Do whatever you want to do, people. Whatever makes you happy. All right. If podcasting makes you happy, do it. Like, who cares? Why not? Right.
Even if you only have a mini mic that you use.
Yeah.
For
if you're having fun,
5 years ago.
Do it.
Still do it because we used this mic a while ago.
That's right.
And it still works.
That's right. All right. So that's what's happened this week, and that's what's happening next week.
But I've heard that about, like, just the length of me doing YouTube. I've heard that a lot. Like, doing what you want to do and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, I'm just throwing that out there.
George Romero died. No.
What? Who's that? Who's George Romero?
Writer and director of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh. You heard it first, folks.
That's really, 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 really terrible. Oh, that sucks really bad.
Are you gonna tweet about it?
Damn, that sucks. Damn.
Well, that got kind of depressing. It was all fine, and then it's like, okay, somebody died.
That's terrible. All right, well, I'm going to mention that in the outro.
Okay. That was a really weird transition.
Yeah, that sucks. What a huge bummer. All right, you ready?
What? Thought that you
No,
the
you
outro.
start. Yeah, you start it.
It's like the actual outro.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's our show.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
So, side note, I literally just got a little notification that George Romero passed away, and he is just hands down one of the most important people in the horror movie genre, which has been one of my favorite things in the world since I was a little kid. And Night of the Living Dead being one of the greatest movies to ever exist, which I usually claim it as being my favorite movie of all times, although there's some discrepancies of which one I'm actually in the mood for, whatever.
Yeah.
But Night of the Living Dead, one of the greatest movies. It changed everything. George Romero came up with the whole modern zombie thing, and he is just a hugely important figure, and he passed away today. So that really, really, really sucks. So go watch Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, all of his other crappy movies that he made other than those. He has a new one that looks really cool that's supposed to be coming out here soon. Crap. No. Something of the Dead. I can't. I really wish I could remember it, but I can't right now.
Day of the Living of the Dead.
No, it is not that. Crap. I can't remember. But anyway, it's been talked about as like his return to like making awesome movies, because not all of his movies have been great by any means. but some of them that he has made have been some of the greatest movies ever. So I am really bummed out by that. So R.I.P. George Romero. Everybody go watch Night of the Living Dead tonight. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Look up what that movie's called.
Well, now it's going to be hard to find because if I just search George Romero, it's all just going to say that he died.
Yeah, well, it's going to show up his like thing, and then it's going to show up his movies. So it's going to show the guy.
That's it. Okay. Road of the Dead. I knew it had something to do with like a car or something.
Why is it Road of the Dead? Do you know what it's about?
I don't.
Why do you have to know? Wait, why is it about a car? Is it like the road to Night of the Living Dead?
No, I don't really know for sure.
Do you know how he died? Does he die of old age?
Yeah, he is pretty old, so I would assume that.
It didn't look like he was that old in that picture.
I would assume that he died, but I don't know. I mean, he's been making this movie lately, so I don't know. But damn, that sucks. All right, intro.
Yeah, you can bring it in though.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing another week of stuff and Howdy and radio and action. Never know. That should be the intro.
Ready?
Yeah.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. Just a
what?
Just a reference to Night of the Living Dead. You good with that?
I don't really know.
It's a line from Night of the Living Dead. It's a very iconic line from Night of the Living Dead. So I feel it's just a nice little tribute to George Romero to do that.
Okay. Is that it? Is that the whole show?
That's the whole show.
Okay. Now it's time to play some Fireball. The only thing I would like for the PS4, when it comes out on PS4, I wanted to get a PS4 and play it. Because first of all, I want to like play it like that and like have a couple videos and like live streaming and stuff. It's like,
yeah, is there any way? Are we done here?
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
Bye, people.
Thanks for watching. Go watch Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.